Hello everyone, I am back again. I'm sorry it has been a little while since I've done a video. As some of you know, I suffer from chronic headaches and they have turned into migraines, and I have vertigo, and it has just been flared up really bad lately, so I've not been able to do a video. I'm still struggling with the migraines, so please bear with me, but I wanted to get this video done. I had posted some pictures of this new journal on Instagram and on Facebook, and a lot of ladies were interested in seeing this before I put it on my Etsy, so I needed to get this video done because I really wanted to get this posted. And I absolutely love this journal. I think I got a little too close. Let me back up here. This was another one of those that I really didn't want to get rid of after I made it, which I'm getting really bad about that. But there was a lot of work involved in this, and I absolutely love this method. Diane at Shawcraft One did like a little tutorial craft with me the other day, and she made fabric pieces by just collaging them together and sewing them. And when I was watching her do it, I had been wanting to make a journal like this for a long time, this journal type cover. So I took her idea and used it to make a cover, which she mentions, you know, you could make a cover out of it. So what I did was I just took some crocheted trim here, and I tied this really cute, and it's a heavy key on here, so it weighs it down. And I hand stitched a button here. So for this is just the closure, and you just wrap it around. And so that's how I did the closure, because I didn't want anything to take away from the cover. I think the cover is so pretty. You just use a lot of different scraps, and it's all sewn, you know, zigzagged over and over, so it's not going anywhere. I put some pretty lace at the bottom. This is a 9x5, so it's a nice size. I do not know how many pages right off. That will be listed in my Etsy because I'll have to count them. But in the front, I backed it on this really thick cream fabric, as you can see, and I let it fray. And then I added two large pockets. There's lace front and back, so there's two pockets on here, if you can see that. I just love the way this turned out. This kit here is from Artie Mays, and it's one of some of her Paris ephemera from one of her Paris kits, because I had a bunch of, it said Paris in a little plastic thing, and it had Artie Mays on it, but there was different colors. So I don't know if she has more than one kit, or if she just offered a bunch of different colors in one kit, because this was more peaches and, like, you know, peaches and cream. I almost called this because it was just like peaches and cream just kept coming to my mind. Here is one of the Edith Holden pages, which I just love these peach flowers, and I thought this was so pretty, so I kind of stayed with the peach throughout here. Here is my lace flip, and I had to actually do it on the first writing page because it just wouldn't look right on this page. I usually do it on the first page. And here is a tuck. This was actually out of her kit, and I cut it in half and just used this as a little tuck. So, you know, there's a lot of elements that you get that you can use them however you want. And here's one of her journaling or library cards, which I think is so cute, with the bicycle. There's a doily and some music paper. And here is one of her tags, and I just put some of the peach lace on it. And then this is an Edith Holden that I've stitched around and backed it with some coffee dyed lined paper so you can journal. And this is also from the same kit, the Paris kit. And then this is just a coffee dyed index card, and I put some lace ribbon on there. Here's some vintage recipe paper. And here is, this paper here was avocado dyed, and this was from Dee Dee. And so I had to use a piece of this as soon as I could because I loved her paper. It is very, very nice. She does offer some in her shop, so I will link her below. Here is another one of the cards from Edith Holden, or tags that I made, and I just sewed around it. And then this is just an inspirational card. I like to add some of those in my journals, and then I just put this really thick crocheted trim right there. And this is a piece of wallpaper, which I just love the texture. You can see how shiny it is. And I added another one of those little pockets and one of her journaling cards to go there. And that is already made. I think that's the only kit I used. And this is Helen Steiner Rice. And again, I like the colors. I think it went well. And then I added a fabric flip here for some like secret journaling. And I loved this fabric. And it's actually in the cover here and there throughout. And here is a vintage sewing page, cross stitch. It's out of a sewing book, and this is one of the cross stitch pages, and it had a peach flower, so I thought that was cute. And I added this time card, and what I did was I just I cut it down and I folded this part over because this is a trifold, and I added some lace here and made this a little tuck, and added the journaling card and another coffee dyed index card. And I just added some of the peach lace. And then I just added a paper clip to keep it from falling out. I just added some this pretty fabric and lace tab. It's crocheted, you know, the thicker crochet tab. It's not like lace sheer. You can see that. I'm sorry, guys. My head is killing me. I'm trying. This was from a book that Vicki had sent me, which I showed, I think, in one of my videos, and it had a ton of inspirational quotes and scripture, which I loved it, and the pages were just beautiful. So I picked out one of my favorite ones, and I didn't want to cut it off, so I just kind of folded it over and added one of Andrea's little tickets there. And here's a piece of, yeah, you know what it is, ledger. There's the center. And there's the other side of that paper, which is just so pretty. And this is coffee dyed. It's like a vanilla color, and I know it doesn't pick it up very well on the camera, but it is just so pretty. I loved how this paper turned out, and I wish I'd have done more paper because now I'm out of paper. There's the other side of that time card. And here is just a tuck that I made another large tag, and it has been stitched around of Edith Holden, just so you have plenty of room to write. Another tab. That is the Helen Steiner Rice. And then back here I've added a large fabric pocket. And this fabric is older, and it has some yellowing. Nothing that would be ugly. I liked it because it actually showed its age. I don't even know if you really can't really see it with the camera, don't think. But it had like some natural aging, so I really like that. But it's really nice and sturdy still, so I added a piece of that. Oh, and here is one of Andrea's beautiful postcards. She has just some beautiful images. And I had these already printed out. So I'm trying to go through my stash and use some things that I've already got printed or ready to go. So that's why I thought this went perfect with this journal, because it was all peaches. And here's one of Edith Holden's pages that I've turned into a tag. And here's another tag from the Paris kit. I really like the way this one turned out. Another Edith Holden card journaling card. And then I made these a while back on one of my videos showing you how you can make these mason jars, which are really cute to write on. Most of the pockets, I think, in here, if not all of them, are where I've added just the paper and flipped it up and just made a pocket out of it, which I really like that because it seems not to weigh down the pages as much. So I really like that. And here is one of those elements that I used, and I just made an upper tuck with it. And look at that beautiful library card. I love the Eiffel Tower. I'm a Paris freak. And then back here we have another large pocket, and I have added a dried flower that has been laminated and crocheted around, and I added it on a little ball pin so you can actually put it wherever you would like. You can move it throughout the journal or put it on something else. And then here's some more of that beautiful paper that Dee Dee sent me that was avocado dyed, and this was actually a piece of a folder, and I just cut it down like a file folder, and I trimmed it to fit in there. And here is one of the envelopes that you get in the Paris kit, and another large journaling card. So I've added that in there. And here's a beautiful postcard. I love that. And this is just a guest check that's been coffee dyed with some of that peach lace ribbon. Sorry. So that's it. There's the back. There is the front. You just wrap this around. Just drop it through there, and the little button holds it on there. I absolutely love this. It's kind of like chunky, but it's plenty of room to grow. I mean, you know, it's just, it has a good feel to it. It's not heavy. I absolutely love the patchwork. I'm definitely going to be making more of these. As a matter of fact, I think the fabric washi that I made, the very first collection, it was called Memory Lane, and I had tons of that fabric. Actually, I got the card here. I had tons of this fabric left that was in small pieces. It wasn't enough to make more washi, but it's small enough to make one of these, you know, a journal cover. And so I think I'm going to make maybe one or two with my clothing from when I was little, and maybe one of those I'll keep, and then maybe one I'll put in the in my Etsy. So, but this one I just love. I love these colors. They are just so pretty. It's just very soft, serene to me, you know, very serene feeling, and I just really like this journal. So let me know what you guys think below. If you enjoyed the flip through, if what was your favorite thing about this journal, I would really like to know. I love the cover. I think it turned out really nice, and I messaged Diane first thing, and I was like, look what I did, because the first thing I did that morning was get up and watch her video. And so I went straight in and worked on this all day until it was done. So she's like, you need to get up early more. And I'm like, yeah. So thank you, Diane, for the inspiration. And thank you so much to all my subscribers. Thank you for your wonderful comments. I really appreciate you guys. As soon as I hit 500 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway of a couple journals. So you guys keep an eye out for that. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And excuse me for having such a terrible headache. I hope you can hear me okay. But you guys have a very blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.